Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Alfie, aka Pooh.Jitsu, and welcome to my channel. For this video, I decided not to stay local, and I'm taking a trip about 75 miles up north to Bellingham, Washington. There, I'll be training at Bellingham Mixed Martial Arts with my good friend Hunter Clagett. I'll be doing a gi class, doing a little bit of no gi rolling, and learning a little something from Hunter. Hunter is a professional mixed martial artist and a very, very high-level grappler, and as of recently competed on the latest Combat Jiu Jitsu Worlds. Needless to say, I'm very excited for you all to meet him and to learn something from him. And before we get directly into it, I'm gonna ask you all one more time to please subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumbs up if you dig it. All right, with that out of the way, let's go.
It's really important to understand that I'm not necessarily going to have the same entries on both sides. Down, kick my leg, make it light, and then through to my entry for me, and look for the heel hook. But resist the urge. He virtuous, he plays.
What's up, guys? We are here in Bellingham, Washington at Bellingham Mixed Martial Arts. I'm here with Hunter Clagett, and he's gonna show us some painful technique.
All right, guys, let's get into it. So this technique was taught to me as the howdy. It's really a position, so a howdy position. There's also a howdy choke, howdy arm crush, and a couple other things. So it comes from catch wrestling. My coach Charlie Cruson learned it at AMC from Matt Hume. And I believe Dan Severin had some hand in the origination of this. It gets murky with catch wrestling because a lot of guys just don't spend a lot of time taking credit for stuff. They just like to wrestle. So let's get into it. So the traditional arm triangle would be my arm under the head with their arm in the crook of my neck here. Okay, like I'm cradling a phone. And it works great. One of my favorite techniques. So, anything that resembles an arm triangle is something that I enjoy. The howdy is different in that the arm is now in my armpit instead of, ideally for me, in the crook of my neck. So there's plenty of space there. It's designed as a pinning position, I believe, where you roll someone back and get them stuck here and get the pin, right? But I really like it as a control position. And in MMA, once you get here, there's all sorts of striking opportunities. You can cut somebody, hammer fist and joke to cut the eyebrow, things like that, right? And of course, work the body here, because it's really going to be very hard to get out of once you're really stuck in here. But in a grappling context, what I like about this position is that most people are not put here very often, so you don't have well-worn responses. And it's harder to affect a lot of the same defenses that you would here, like putting the hands together and pushing, exactly answering the phone. Whereas this howdy position, it's a little different. Your arms are both kind of stuck way out there, and it's harder to actually get them together and get them to recruit both arms in your defense. So we'll start with an entry. We have kind of a forced entry, right? Where I take my arm that's near the head, I dive elbow underneath his armpit, drag my arm back, and then under the head. It works fine if someone doesn't know what's up, but if you've been grappling for a little while, you understand your elbows rising up and getting isolated next to your head sucks. So when I go for this, often, he's just going to pull his elbow down, and I'm going to miss it. So I have a different entry instead. So I'm going to show it from both sides, but I take my hand to the near side hip, like I'm hip blocking to go to north-south. As I do so, my elbow is going to collapse inward to his ribs, under his elbow. So it's a small movement. It's hard to feel when you're going. I'm going to drag back and over. and my arm just finds over the head. Okay, right here. Pretty natural. Let's go from this side since I ended up on this side. I block hip like I'm going to north-south. My elbow collapses inward to his ribs. I'm going to walk over the head, dragging my arm with me, coming through. And what's nice is that often, as you go for that kind of north-south position, you're transiting the body, people will tend to try to meet you in the middle and find like their shrimping escape. So I'm coming through, now it turns in, and it's a very natural transition into the head here. Okay? So it's actually almost gets tighter this way. Really important detail, keep my chest nice and tight. If I give him any like chest space, his elbow can find a way down and he's safe. So I need to make sure my chest is in nice and tight, which is a good thing inside mount anyway. The first thing we're gonna think about is an arm crush. Now this is very dependent on your opponent's, or partner in this case, their attributes. People who are a little thicker, they have a little more muscle around the shoulder and the pec, and in the shoulder, this tends to work great. So most of the guys it works well on. Most ladies I've trained with, doesn't work very well. So I'm just gonna get my weight, really centering my weight on their tricep, and just kind of sprawling into as I pull my arms in and look for that tap. Pretty painful. I'm not confident that you're gonna find an injury out of that, but I would never let it go far enough for them to find out on me, nor would I expect my partner to. But that's more just like a gym move, I would say. However, there is a strangle here. As long as his elbow stays pretty high, it's not getting down to his chest too far, I can cup a shoulder and wiggle my arm deep just like we would for an arm triangle. Collapsing my hands together, I'm just gonna flex and find my strangle. Okay? Once again, I would consider it a little less high percentage in your traditional arm triangle. But it can work really well, and a lot of people don't feel like they're in that much danger here yet, okay, from the strangle. Final thing we'll play with is sliding over the belly, we go to mount. And one thing I can do is find my gift wrap position and do all the normal things I do with gift wrap, right? We have Kimura, big attacks, we have back takes. But one nice thing I like, right from the howdy position, without re-gripping, is I use my chest on his elbow and his shoulder, direct him on his side, my knee slides up, and I go for my standard back take, where I roll through. But now I have a deep grip on his neck already, go direct into the choke. And it's a little unexpected, I think. A lot of times people don't look for that kind of danger. It just feels like you're in a pinning position at first.
Show that back take one more time.
Yeah, absolutely. So, don't forget, I'm just going to go into the fourth option just to get things quick. Get to my nice my grip. I'm sliding up. I'm going to drive my weight across his elbow to lift his back off the mat. Lift some space to slide my knee. My arm stays right where it's at, no re-gripping. But I'm gripping really deep on his neck, which is where I like my arm for the RNC. Coming through, and my arm is nice and deep here. Let me just slide on my shoulders and find my choke. So that is at least the beginning of the howdy. There's other stuff there, but I want to tip everything out of my hand.
That was really, really solid, Hunter. Thank you so much. I can't wait to try it. All right, well that was really cool. Thanks again, Hunter, for doing this video with me, and thank you all for watching. It means so, so much to me. And with that said, I'll see you guys next week. Love you all. Alfie out.